Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today is the day you've been waiting for. The day when I tell you that you can break no contact. Now, there are only two exceptions, so you have to fall into one of these two categories. Otherwise, get your hands away from the phone. Do not contact your ex. Do not text them. Do not call them. But if you're lucky or maybe not lucky enough to fall into one of these two exceptions, then you can contact your ex after a period of no contact. If you know the no contact rule, it means that if someone breaks up with you, you don't contact them. However, if you did one of these two things, then yes, you are allowed to contact them, and I will let you know when. So the first exception would be if you cheated on them. Shame, shame, shame. So obviously if you cheated on them, it would be morally wrong if they then break up with you and you just sit back and go, well, I'll just let them contact me. It's like, really? You cheated on them and now they're supposed to contact you? I hope not. I hope they're smart enough not to contact you. So that would be exception number one. Exception number two would be if you took your partner for granted, if you didn't pay attention to them. And again, it would not be right that they break up with you because you didn't pay attention to them, and now you're going to continue to not pay attention to them. So they're going to think, well, gee, I broke up with them, they didn't pay attention to me, and now they're still not paying attention to me, so I'm not calling them. So if you're in one of those two categories, yes, you are allowed to reach out after a period of no contact. How long should you wait? Well, it's difficult to say because there is no one-size-fits-all solution to this type of situation. There definitely has to be no contact for a while because when someone breaks up with you, they do not want to hear from you. They do not want to see you. They do not want to contact you. So you do have to leave them alone. Because if you try to contact them right away, they'll know that you're just reacting to the breakup and that you may not necessarily be sorry and that you obviously haven't changed that fast. So they want you to take some time to reflect and think about what you did. And so calling them after a day or two or even after a week is not going to be enough time. So I'm going to say about 4 weeks. Give them time to cool down and also give them time for the fading effect bias to take effect. And what is that, you may ask? Well, basically, what it means is that as more time goes by, you tend to forget about the negative thoughts you had about a person, place, or thing. So I think if you wait about 30 days, and maybe longer, it really depends on your ex. It depends on the situation. That's why it's always good to get coaching in these cases so that you'll know when is a good time to contact your ex, when to reach out. But definitely between 30 and 60 days. No more than 60 and no less than 30. Try to have a good excuse for reaching out. If their birthday is coming up, maybe, or if your birthday is coming up, you can contact them and say you were thinking about them on your birthday and you wanted to reach out and see how they were doing. Try to find some plausible excuse for contacting them. Don't mention the breakup. Don't talk about getting back together. You are now beginning fresh. It's like beginning a new relationship, even if it's with someone you already had a relationship with. So your goal in contacting them is to try to get them to see you, to start hanging out with you, so you can show that you are sorry for the way you behaved before and that you have changed and that you do want them back. So those are the two exceptions to the no contact rule. If you cheated or if you took your partner for granted. If you can think of any others, I would appreciate if you would actually put them in the comments. But I think those are the two main exceptions. So if you have any questions or comments or are interested in private coaching with moi, you can contact me at my website, theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.